Richardson with Annie Richardson Consulting. Today we want to talk about how we're going to speed up your internet for video streaming. Now, there are several ways, and this particular presentation is just going to show you one. There's an entire blog post on this that I'll put in the show notes that you can read to the different methods that you can use for speeding up your internet. But this is one of the first ways that I highly, highly recommend. Everybody says that we want to go wireless, right? Well, for video streaming, not so much, because when you go wireless, it fluctuates, right? You may get a gigabit speed and you may get 10 megabits per second. It fluctuates, right? But when you go with a wired connection, it does not fluctuate, all right? So that's what this is going to do, is basically turn wireless into wired. This comes in a kit of 2, and what these do is these actually operate on the power, the actual electricity in your house. So when you plug these in, you're going to want to make sure that you plug them directly into the wall and not into a power strip or something of that sort. But as you can see, they do come in a kit of 2, and they come with the cables. This is the back side of them, and as you can see, they're just simple plugs. They're not 3-prong, they're just regular 2-prong plugs. And then if you can see it right here, that's where we're going to plug in the Ethernet cable, okay? And we'll do that in just a few minutes here. So what I did personally is I went and purchased longer cables because, for example, my computer is not really near a plug, right? A power plug. And so the best thing for me was to get a 10-foot cable, which is what I've got here. They also make them 15-foot, 25-foot, and all of this is in the blog post, and you can see how you can get them and where you can get them. But if your computer is closer, like 6 feet, you're good to go, because it does come with the 2 cables automatically. All right. This is a kind of blurry picture, and I apologize for that. But what I'm showing you here is when you get a cable, most likely they're going to come with these little black ends, as you see right here, right? And what those do is it just kind of protects the ends of the cable because they break so easily. If you can see right here where my thumb is, right, there's a little clear plastic piece there. And if you don't depress that down with your thumb to take the black piece off, it will break. Anytime you see an Ethernet cable, if you don't already know, make sure you press that down before pulling it out, okay? If you just pull it straight out, it's going to break your cable, and your cable will be absolutely no good to you, okay? All right, so we take those off first, and then as you can see here, I am plugging one end into the bottom of this device, all right? You want to push it in far enough that you hear it actually click. It is a very audible click. You will definitely hear it, okay? And then push it in until it clicks. This is just another angle. And while I'm here, I want to show you one thing. You can barely see it, but there's a little button right there. And we're going to talk about that button. It's going to become very important to you in a few minutes, but I just want you to see it right now, okay? So you push it in until it clicks. Then the other end of that goes into your computer, or what I have here, which is a WAVLink device. Excuse me, Macs are notoriously not coming with Ethernet connections anymore, because Macs figure everything is Wi-Fi. Why do you even need it, right? But they do provide you an adapter that you can purchase, of course. The one end plugs into your Mac, the other end plugs into your Ethernet, to the Ethernet cable. Now, what I did, and why you're seeing this, is I bought a device that sort of makes it like, a docking station, perhaps. Here's where I plug in my Ethernet cable, right? And then here I plug in my DVI, or my monitor, if you will. That's an HDMI plug that I could plug in another monitor, or, another device, or my TV, or what have you. And then on down, there are like 4 USB plugs. So you could plug in your phone, or your camera, your mouse, your microphone, whatever. And then one end of this of this device plugs into your USB port on your computer. And through that, all of these things work. And this thing is just really awesome. I love it. But if you don't need all of that, then just get the $29, I think it is, thing for your Mac that plugs in just the Ethernet cable. Now, Windows machines still come normally with a Ethernet plug. If not, there are devices, excuse me, for Windows computers as well they're adapters. Just look for Windows Ethernet adapter and it'll come up pretty easy. Okay, so one end of that goes into the white box, and the white box plugs into the wall. The other end goes into your computer or your WAVLink device. Okay, then the second little white box, we're going to repeat those same steps, except this time the other end, instead of going to my computer, that plugs into my modem or my router. There's probably like 4 empty spaces that those will fit in. Just pick one. Now, let me give you a tip. You want to set these up in the same room at first, okay? So you plug in the one for your router, your modem, and then you plug in the one for your computer in the same room, because our next step is going to sync them together. If you don't plug them in the same room, you're going to be like me, where my router is, I have a 3-story house. My router is 2 stories up, right? It's on the 3rd floor. And my computer is on the ground floor. So I don't want to run. Yeah, I'm sure that's a picture you don't want to see. You don't want to run down those stairs, to push the second button. It'll time out before you get that. The other alternative is have my husband, God love him, stand in one room and me the other and yelling or FaceTiming each other, and that interrupts football, and he doesn't like that much. So your best bet is to set them up and sync them together in the same room. Once they are synced, then you are good to go. And you can take the other one, unplug it from the wall, bring it to where your computer is, and life goes on. Okay? Tip of the day. So the final step is to take both of those and push the button that I showed you on the front of the plug that's connected to the router or the modem, right here. That little button right there. You want to push that, and then you want to go to the other one in the same room and push that same button, okay? Those are going to do some light flashing thingies, and then they're going to sync together, and there'll be a constant light more than likely. Once that is done, then you can unplug the one that you're going to use on your computer and bring it to your computer and plug it the other end into your computer, one end into the wall. It's very important that you plug these not in a power strip, but directly into the wall, because it does go on the power of your electricity. And a power strip is not going to give it the same quality of power than directly in the wall. Okay. It's also important that you set them up in the same room to get them to recognize each other, right? And then you can move that second one anywhere you want. That's the best method. Now, there are a lot of other ways that you can improve your speed and improve your video quality. And I've actually got a new course coming out that's going to help with a lot of that. But there's some quick down and dirty tips and tricks on the blog post that I wrote. And it's on AnnieRichardsonConsulting.com/ I think it's video something. I don't remember, but it's there. Just search for video and you'll find it. Okay. Another thing you may want to do is join our Facebook group. This group, Your Fairy Blog Mother, is a group of just individuals that need some IT help. Pretty soon I'm going to have a membership group that will be in a different group, and you'll get some extra help from me. But in this group, I try to do some lives and just some simple tips and tricks that may help you in your blogging journey. Okay? All right. So, again, I'm Annie Richardson with Annie Richardson Consulting. I am known as Your Fairy Blog Mother for IT. I've got, for blog tech, I should say, I've got a crown that I'm supposed to be wearing, but I didn't make it today. Anyway, happy blogging. Have a great day, and I hope this helps. Bye.